July 28th, 2011. I'm Pastor Dave Zacher, your watchman. I want to get you caught up to speed. I've been lagging behind a bit. More fish deaths. The fish deaths continue. Earthquakes everywhere. Everywhere. But right now, more fish deaths. Thousands and thousands of dead fish. Hang on. Let me get you caught up to speed. But let me run this by you real quick. Massive animal die-offs. Massive fish deaths. Bible prophecy or signs of the end? Think about that. Think about that, and we'll get back to that in one moment. Let me take you to Indiana. Not 100 fish, not 10 fish. Thousands of fish turn up dead in Indiana Lake. July 26, 2011. I'm going to put the article below for you in the drop down. Imagine thousands of fish literally turn up dead in a lake near your home. That's just what happened at a lake in Seymour, Indiana. So our viewers called us asking us to get answers. And it goes on to tell about the stinking dead fish giving off a foul odor and floating in the lake. This was just a very overwhelming, just rotten fish smell, said Corey Lanier. We could smell it across the street from the lake. We'll put the article below. Deborah King, assistant fisheries biologist with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, said, many things can cause a fish kill. In this case, she thinks it's the heat. The heat may be to blame. When it first started, way back in the beginning of the year, it was, the cold ice. Science always has an answer. Hundreds of fish die in Richland Irrigation Pond, July 26th. Seems like July 26th was the day. Dozens of dead fish floating belly up at the pond in Richmond Badger Mountain Village during the weekend prompted residents Mike Neely to alert the Kennewick Irrigation District. Dozens of dead fish floating belly up at the pond in Richland's Badger Mountain Village during the weekend prompted residents Mike Neely to alert the Kennewick Irrigation District. The fish kill, which KID officials said was unintentional, might have been the result of a copper-based herbicide used to kill off aquatic plants and algae that can clog irrigation systems. Or it might have been caused by a warm weather bloom of algae in the pond. Let's go on. Fish kill leaves McKinnon's residents concerned. July 28th, that's today. A fish kill left hundreds of tilapia floating dead in a waterway along Anchorage Road adjacent to the McKinnon Pond, where jet fuel escaped from West Indies Oil Company Tuesday. Well, the fish are dying everywhere, and it continues. And I've been a little lagging on bringing you this. But let's take a look at something. We have to be, I've probably been guilty myself. We have to look at Bible prophecy. Now, in the Old Testament, there was prophecy for current events, current times. Then you had prophecy for the future. Now, I've mentioned the Hosea prophecy myself. But let's read the Hosea prophecy. We got to be very careful. And what does the Word of God say? To not add to or take away from the Word, from the Bible. So let me, because a lot of people, and not just me, a lot of people have been, with all the animal die-offs, the cattle, the livestock, 7,000 cattle in Vietnam, the fish dying, birds falling out of the sky. We've been looking at the Hosea prophecy. But was it for the future? Or was it for the Israelites? Was it a warning, a prophecy from God that Hosea gave as a warning to the Israelites of that time and not today? Is this more warning signs? Get more back to Matthew 24 and the signs of the second coming. Let's read the Hosea prophecy real quick. God's charge against Israel. Now let's read that. God's charge against Israel. It's not God's charge against the world. Right now, God has a charge against the Israelites. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel, for the Lord brings a charge against the inhabitants of the land. Now, I actually believe the Hosea prophecy was meant for that time period, for the Israelites of that period. And I just want to be careful that we don't add to or take from, or we don't make Bible prophecy for current happening events. There is no truth or mercy or knowledge of God in the land, and that's happening today. But was it meant for today, or was it meant for this period in history, this period in time? By swearing and lying, killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break all restraint with bloodshed upon bloodshed. Therefore the land will mourn, and everyone who dwells there will waste away with the beasts of the field and the birds of the air, even the fish of the sea will be taken away. Now, I just want your comments. I kind of truly believe, you get into the Word, that the Hosea prophecy was meant for the Israelites. It was God's warning at that time. Now, there are a lot of prophecies in the Bible pertaining to future events to take place. And I just don't believe Hosea was meant for the future. It was a warning, God's warning to the Israelites at that time. It seems to fit. It does. It fits what's happening today. But, we have to be careful that we don't alter, don't add to, and don't take away from the Word of God. Hosea prophecy, does it fit today, or was it actually a prophecy given to Hosea, a warning to the Israelites of that time period? More dead fish, volcanoes everywhere, terrible storms are headed, hurricanes, tropical storms. God bless everybody. Leave me a comment on the Hosea prophecy. What is your opinion? Today, meant for future time, or was it meant for the time period? A warning to the Israelites. God bless everybody.